Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading for the week, so if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and we'll get started in a moment. Just a few quick things before we get to the cards though. Number one, I have included a list of the decks I'm using for this reading. We'll talk about that in a little bit because this video is actually kind of special for that. Getting back to it, I've included a list of the decks I'm using for this reading. I've also included a list of my social media contacts. If you want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube, you totally can. I've also time-stamped the reading as well, so if you want to skip around, if there's something you might find more interesting about this reading, you can totally do so. And finally, I am available for commissions. If you guys are interested in getting a private reading with me, please go ahead and check out the QR code here. That's going to take you to my tip jar and my request page if that is something you would like to do. Please let me know. Please follow your heart on this matter. It's not an obligation. It's an opportunity if you want to take it. Please don't feel like you have to support me in that way. It's there if you want it, okay? And also, what would help me out a great deal is if you like what you see in the video, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons. That lets me know that you want to see more from me, okay? So, on the note of the tarot deck that we're going to be using today, I thought it might be kind of fun to introduce a new deck to you guys. I have the Tarot of the Woodland Wardens by Jessica Roux this week. As of filming this is a new deck for me, and I thought it might be kind of fun to get in there and experiment, see what the deck has to say initially. I usually do what's called a tuning of my decks. That just means I get in there and I start shuffling the cards, I play around, I see what kind of messages might be possible. And you know what? If you are interested in reading tarot for yourself, that might be a technique you pick up in doing for yourself. Of course, every reader is different and everybody is going to do things, everybody's going to handle their cards a different way. I love that about tarot. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about learning to read tarot, is that I might say a specific thing about a specific card. Someone who does the same kind of reading might say something different about the same card. I love the variation. I love the diversity of this craft. So if that's you, I hope that your practice is going well. If you're just starting out, stay patient with it, right? It does take a while to pick up, okay? It does take a while to pick up, and also don't be afraid to work with the book, okay? And don't be afraid to look up the meanings if you have to. I still have to do that on occasion. I've been at this for a little bit, so don't be afraid of it, okay? Now, be safe. Safety first. Okay, that's my general practice. Safety first. If you're not there, again, totally okay. All right. If this is your first video with me, hi, hello, my name is Meg. I'm going to be reading some cards today. This is a little bit of a different video from what I normally post. I don't have an oracle deck with me. Actually, technically I do, but we're not going to use it for this reading. On that note, I do typically read both tarot and oracle cards because I find that gives a complete picture of the energy going around. But since I only have the tarot deck today, we're going to be seeing what it has to say in terms of a hello. Okay. And also, I don't know if you can see it, but I have some incense going in back. So if you see any smoke kind of wafting into frame, no, nothing is technically on fire. The incense is, but I am safe and I can put it out quickly if I need to. Okay. So, yeah, let's see what we need to see. Okay. One more shuffle. Let's go. Show me what we need to see by means of introduction, please. Okay. What do we need to see? What do we need to see here? Okay. Okay, so we have the 10 of arrows. I'm going to treat this as the 10 of swords. Okay, now this is a new deck. If you have this deck and know differently, let me know in the comments if you feel safe to. But we're starting with the 10 of arrows. Okay. So we have the 10 of arrows. Okay. We have the 10 of arrows. We have the 5 of pentacles. Okay. 10 of arrows, 5 of pentacles. We have the 4 of pentacles. Okay. 10 of arrows, 5 of pentacles, 4 of pentacles. The 8 of pentacles. Okay. The 8 of pentacles. Okay. And we have the Emperor. Okay. Okay. So the message that I'm getting right off the bat is that there's some of you feeling like you might be a little farther out of control of your situation than you would like to be. I'm getting here with the 10 of arrows and the 5 of pentacles here. Okay. There's something that has happened in your situation that is incredibly painful, but it's brought a stop to something that you thought wasn't completed. Okay, this 10 of arrows, this 10 of swords suggests a painful ending. Something has become clear to you that you didn't see. You were kind of had the wool pulled over your eye a little bit over. And now that that's clear, it's like, oh my God, ow, this really hurts. This really, really hurts. It's kind of put you out of your, it's kind of put you out of your comfort a little bit. Okay. It hurts. Whatever this is, it really hurts. And now you feel like you've been used, you've been betrayed, you've been manipulated. You're kind of on the outside of your situation looking in when you don't really need to be. Okay. When you don't really need to be. Now, let me explain this here. The secret with this card is that there is help if you ask for it. Okay. Now, here's the deal. Let me acknowledge something here. Okay. You might not be ready to ask. Okay. You really might not be ready to ask because the situation has put you in a scarcity mindset. Okay. You have money on the mind, but not in a good way. Babes, not in a good way. Because look at what you're standing on. Look at what you're holding on to. Okay. This could be financial. I think more to the point here, there is something in your space that has destabilized your perception. Excuse me. It's kind of destabilized your sense of grounding and practicality. Okay, it's made you feel like you're lacking control. Okay, it's made you feel like you're lacking control when you have you've worked at this thing almost nonstop, tirelessly. Maybe you're the kind of person that just hyper fixates. And I'm sensing that some of you really go hard at whatever this is. Okay, you put your time, your effort, your energy. You've forgotten to eat. You maybe didn't sleep well. You really should be hydrating. That's your reminder, bestie. Yes, there's a hydration reminder in this. Cheers. Okay, but back to the point here. You have worked so hard, so hard at this, and something has happened that has yanked the rug out from under your feet. Okay, it, ow, ow, just ow. Okay, let's acknowledge that hurt for a little bit. Okay, it's real, it's valid, you're feeling it. You should be feeling it because you're in your body, you're experiencing reality through this meat sack that is on this earth. Okay, what I want to make you aware of, okay, is like I said, what I want to make you aware of, and you absorb this and take this how you will, otherwise leave it behind for someone else to see in this video. Yes, it's ended, it's over, it hurts right now, but you have people on your side, okay? You really have people on your side, okay? You're being encouraged to open up a little bit, okay? Open up a little bit when you're ready, okay? Because look at what's in the background here. You have so much space and beauty and a vast array of things to come to, okay? There's mountains in the distance. Who knows what's over those mountains? You're not focusing on exploring that though, right? You're not focusing on what's exploring on the horizon. You're right here. You're right here. And it stands to reason, okay, because you have this energy of this 10 of arrows here. Let's acknowledge that, okay? Let's acknowledge it. Let's move it forward. Realize you're not alone, okay? Realize you're not alone. You've done so much work. You've made progress. Right here, bestie. Yes, you have. Right here. Look me in the eye and tell me you haven't. You know you have. Okay? You know you've made a lot of good progress. Okay? Okay? And even better than that, even more importantly than that, is the reminder that you're more in control of this situation than you believe you are. Okay? You have the tools to keep moving forward. Okay? Take care of yourself right now. Okay? And know that you can move forward when you're ready. Okay? Such a beautiful card. I love this deck. And again, this is a new deck, so yeah, there's that. Let's see, what else do we need to see to supplement that? Supplement, please. What else do we need to see? Okay. Supplement, please. What else? Okay. So we're getting the Hanged Warden. This is the Hanged Man. Obviously, I think we can tell by the symbolism. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay. Hanged Man, Queen of Wands. Okay. Hanged Man, Queen of Wands, Nine of Cups. Okay. Queen of Wands, Nine of Cups. We have, okay, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. Okay. Nine of Wands. And, oh, the Ten of Cups. Yes. Perfect card here. I love that. Oh, And look at the animals on that. I think those are anteaters. Cuties. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I love about this. Okay. Um, there's going to need to be a shift of perspective. Okay, when you're ready to do this, it will happen. Okay, but with the nine, the Nine of Pentacles here, it's not here, but with the Hanged Man, the Hanged Warden, there's a call to see things from a different angle. So within the situation here, there might be some perspective that you're missing. Okay, and it's okay. Nurse your heart a little bit because what's happened has hurt you deeply. Okay, what this is asking for, what I feel like this is asking for, is to look at the situation from a different angle, because recall that we have the Four of Pentacles here. It's locked you in. Okay, the situation has locked you in, and you're not really seeing the tree for the woods. I think I mixed that phrase up, but you're not really seeing what's beyond the situation. I did mention something similar with this Four of Pentacles. You're not really looking at the space behind you because you're right here. Okay? You're all here. And you know what? I'm gonna say it again. Acknowledge what hurts. Okay? But it's time to see the different perspective, because maybe that's going to help you heal a little bit. It's going to get you a little bit further down the road of healing. What I want you to notice here, and this is such a cute little detail, this possum is wearing a collar, is wearing a ruff. I'll bet you anything. If this were a person wearing the same kind of thing, you wouldn't be able to look over the brim of it. So he can't see what's happening to him. He can't see that he's attached to a tree. Maybe he can feel it, and that's well and good. But he's not looking up at his feet going, "Oh shit, I'm caught." Maybe the thought process might be is like, "Yeah, I'm caught, but okay. Let me think about this a little bit differently." Okay, let me think about this a little bit differently. We also have, as I said, we have the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Wands here. So individually, I think you're showing up here. Okay, I think you're showing up here because we have the Queen of Wands. So, Queen of Wands, give me a second here. Queen of Wands. I'm gonna read the Queen of Wands as it pertains to the Eight of Pentacles and the Emperor here. You are on fire. Okay, and generally, you have a very strong passion. You have a very strong drive towards your inspirations, what's lighting you up, what's getting you moving. Okay, and this passion, this drive, gives you, like, yes, you are in control of this. Okay, you understand it. You know what motivates you. Okay, and it gives you the drive to work on what is meaningful to you. Okay, how does this pertain to your current situation with the Ten of Swords, with the 4 and 5 of Pentacles here? You're being asked to remain in that passionate drive, because there are good things coming to you. Okay, you have the Ten of Cups. Something is on the horizon that's going to push you into an emotional overflow and on the side of positivity. Okay, let's take that for what it is right now. We're not quite to the Ten of Cups here because we did pull a Ten of Cups. We're not quite there yet. Give me a second here. You're being asked to take whatever this is a little bit further. Okay, even if it hurts, even if it's strenuous, okay, you feel, maybe you feel a bit like you've hit a wall with whatever this is. Okay, you're being asked to try and keep going. Okay, because you're the kind of person, I mean, you have the Emperor and you have the Queen of Wands. You're going to stand tall, right? It's stormy, it's cloudy, it's probably dumping buckets, maybe literally. I'm speaking in a hypothetical here. But you have the ability to say, yeah, it's happening, but look at where my crown is. Bestie, hi, friend. I see you. You're still standing. You're still standing. The Ten of Swords is something that might be trying to bring you down. You're not letting it. Okay? It's there though. Okay. It's there, and you might be missing a little bit of perspective on it, but you're not letting it bring you low. Okay? And even at that though, I want you to notice the sunflower, the yellow imagery here. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is bright. This is your sense of regalness, okay, if you will. Okay? Okay? And you have the 9 and the 10 of Cups. Okay, so it's interesting that it's coming out in tandem here. Because the 9 of Cups is your sense of emotional and spiritual safety. Okay? You're in a safe place to express your emotions. Okay? Especially where the 10 of Cups is coming from. Okay? You are at a point where your hard work is paying off. It still has a bit to go, and you're still being asked to push and stand tall in the storm with this a little bit. But I guarantee the emotional overflow is guaranteed here. Okay, because you've worked for it, you deserve it. You're here. You're ready for it. You're here. Okay. There needs to be a little bit of work left to do. Okay, you have a little bit of work left to do. Okay. Okay. Let's see some hidden energy here. What do we need to see in terms of what's underneath this? Maybe this is some energies that could be triggering the 10 of Swords. I don't know. Let's dig around and find out. Normally I would do this. Yeah, I'm going to do a bonus reading for this entry. Why not? Why not? Let's have some fun. Hidden energy first, though. Hidden energy for me is pulling the card on the bottom of the deck. I'm also going to do the clarifying energy, and that's going to be the cards on the top. Okay. Let's see what we need to see. Whoa. Let's see what we need to see for our hidden energy here. Hidden energy, please. Okay. Hidden energy. Okay, hidden energy, please. Okay. Starting with strength. Oh, I love this. We're starting with strength. Okay, we have strength. Okay, we have strength. We have the 4 of arrows. We have strength. We have 4 of arrows. And, okay, and we have the 5 of arrows. Yeah, okay. There's a little bit of conflict, a little bit of drama. And this is on your part. Okay, this is what you're putting yourself in this place. Okay, because in part you have achieved the goal that you wanted to achieve. Okay, but it's come with a cost. It's come at a cost because um, there was something that you got at the expense of something you had. You got what you wanted, but lost what you had. So I think part of this that you are kind of questioning whether it was worth it for you, whether you thought whether you achieving this goal was really what you had in mind for your what you had in mind for yourself. Um, this is where understanding your progress and seeing a different perspective on the matter might help you a little bit more here. Okay. Um, right now, the call underneath all of this right now is to rest. Okay, give yourself a pause, give yourself a break. Okay. Um, yeah, ouch. Give yourself a break. Your heart can only handle so much flagellation before it just gives up, right? Um, slow down. Please slow down. Uh, slow down and give yourself a break because I think for some of you, if this reading is resonating, the there might be something that you're really questioning whether you should do. Okay, I say that what I mean here is that you're being very careful because you've acted on impulse before. Okay, and you have this really strong desire to do it again, whatever that whatever that impulsive behavior is. Okay, um, you need to understand that it is um, you have the ability to overcome it. Okay, interesting here that we have cat imagery in two of the cards, and actually this lion imagery is relatively standard for the tarot. You will see a lion figure or a visual representation of that energy coming through. In this case, it's a lion. You have a little mouse up here. So the way I always read the strength card is that you have the ability to be both lion and lamb. Okay, in this case, I will say lion and mouse. Very big, very bold, very brassy energy, but also very introspective. Okay, pair that with our Queen of Wands here. You got a firestorm going. Okay, and this is why I say be careful of your impulses. Really be careful of your impulses because if you don't give yourself a break, if you don't give yourself the chance to pause and reflect, you're really going to dig your feet into the situation in a way that might not be so helpful. Okay. Let's see. Supplement. What do we need to supplement here? Okay, Six of Wands. Here's the deal. Six of Wands supplemental here. Okay, Six of Wands. And we also have the Seven of Wands. Okay. You've earned the right to be where you are. Okay. Again, you're getting the Ten of Swords. It hurts. It sucks. Here's where I think the trigger is. You're being also called to stand up for yourself. Okay. You have, there might be people around you that don't want you doing what you're doing. That hurts. You have, you have the right to stand where you are. You have worked so hard to stand where you are. Okay. And people are calling you to question for that. Why? What good is that doing them? You know where you are. You have the right to stand where you are. Okay? Take pride in that. The best way that you are going to stand up to them and stand up to the rest of the people trying to get you down is to know that you've done the work anyway. Haters gonna hate, babes. Haters gonna hate. Okay? You've done the work, and people want you to know that. People are gonna say that. Hey, you've worked hard. Good job. You've earned your place. You've earned the right to stand where you are. Yes, you have. Okay, you can humble brag now. It's okay, babes. I see you. I see you. I'm one of those people cheerleading you. Okay, I might be very annoying and I apologize, but still, go for it. You know where you are. You have the right to stand where you are. Okay, you are both lion and mouse. Okay, you can be hard and you can be soft. Okay, stand up for yourself when you need to. Okay, stand up for yourself when you need to. Take care of yourself. Know that you made a mistake. You're only human. You're not a robot. Okay, and you have done a really good job. Really good job. Okay. All right. We shuffle and see. Yeah, shuffle and see what we need to see for our clarifying energy. We're gonna get into some clarifying energy. We've got all this. We also have a bonus reading. Excuse me, I have a bonus reading for you. Let's see what we need to see for a clarifying energy here. Okay. Okay. So we have the Lovers. Okay. We have the Lovers. We have the Lovers. We have the Eight of Wands. Interesting. The Lovers. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Star. Okay. We have the Star. So, immediately what I'm getting here is that there is some really deep healing. There's some deep healing here. Okay, I'm getting here with the Star, because either this is advice for some of you to look up and stop mongering yourself and what's hurting you. Okay, or this is a message for some of you to keep looking up because you found your North Star. Okay, you found your North Star. Let's keep that in mind. Let's keep that in mind because we have the Lovers and we have the Eight of Wands. Let's start with the Lovers because I took this out first here for the clarifying energy. Your situation is presenting you with some choices. Okay, there's some pros and cons to weigh out. There's things that you need to really kind of think about. Okay, and I think this is to do within your relationships with others. Okay, generally kind of platonically, but also this could be a romantic or sexual relationship. I leave that to you. That's not for me to speculate. Okay, where I can say with some authority here is that the situation is presenting you with some choices. Okay, and I think part of this is that you are maybe trying to figure out what you can bring to the relationship and what the other person or people are bringing to the relationship. Okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of information happening for you here, and I say this because the Eight of Wands to me is rapid, it's rapidity, okay, it's movement, it's a lot of energy. Okay, there's a lot of energy coming forward here. A lot of energy forward. And here's the deal. I recall saying that some of you have found your North Star. This is good for you because, like I said, there's a lot of energy, a lot of choice, a lot of information barreling right at you. And if you keep sight of what is in alignment, perhaps that's going to help you. Okay, that will be incredibly helpful. Okay, what else do we need? Oh, yes, the Chariot. We have the Chariot to start supplementing here. Yeah. Oh, I love that because and I'm getting excited because the Chariot is absolute clarity for your path forward. Yes, bestie. Yes. Okay, Chariot. And the Chariot, and we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. Clarity and practicality. Immediately, those are coming to mind. Immediately here. Because you got this. A lot of movement forward, a lot of rapid, active energy moving forward, especially where your relationships with others are coming in here. Don't forget about yourself either. Okay, let's not forget about yourself here. Don't forget that this is what is going to align to you. Okay, you have to be aware of what aligns with you. Okay, having said that, okay, you're pretty damn sure about this direction, okay, because you have the Chariot, you're moving down the road, you have the power and the drive to move to move where you want to go, okay? You have the power and the drive to move where you want to go, but also you have the King of Pentacles, okay? You have the King of Pentacles because you know what you have, okay? You know what you have, and you are moving towards your goals with a grounded and practical approach. Okay, this is good. And you know what? I'm going to go back to the Ten of Cups because all of this, even if we started with the Ten of Swords, we're here. Okay, I'm not saying you need to bypass what hurts you, because sometimes that feels a lot bigger than what it feels a lot bigger than you sometimes, and don't ignore that. Please do not ignore that. Okay, but your ability to persevere through all of those things, really, that's what's standing out in this reading, is your ability to persevere. And I hope that if you don't see that now, you can start to see that in the coming days. Okay, so I'm going to call it quits for the main reading. If you're getting off here, thank you for joining us, but I do have a bonus reading if you guys want to stick around and see what I have for you guys. Again, check the description when that starts. It will be timestamped there. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video for those of you who are leaving us. Thank you so much. Okay, for our bonus reading, let's see what we need to see. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. We're starting with the Ace of Cups. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. Okay. You have the Ace of Cups. All right. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the Three of Wands. Ooh, Ace of Cups, Three of Wands, Ace of Cups, Three of Wands. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. I like that. Okay, Ace of Cups, Three of Wands, Page of Pentacles. We have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Creativity is what's coming to mind first here. Because we have three pentacle cards here. So in my mind, pentacles are associated with the element of earth, because what do you need to make metal, right? And the earth is a very creative, abundant, flowing energy here, okay? What I love about this is that there is a new creative pursuit, and I'm going to get this as close to frame as I can without boring it. I don't know if you can see that, but I want you to have a look at the web pattern in the back of the spider. Sorry for my spider not lovers, but arachnophobes, that's the better word. I apologize to you guys. But the spider has created a uniquely beautiful web. Okay, that's what you're in process of doing here. Okay, and you're not doing it alone, which is a beautiful thing, because we have the bees, we have the Three of Pentacles here. So that's an achievement, that's a goal being achieved with other people. That's teamwork, that's balance of new and old ideas. And it's definitely a lesson learned, going back here to the Page of Pentacles, because you've had to pick up a few things you didn't know before. Okay, and this is where I say balance. Okay, actually balance with both the Two and the Three of Pentacles here. Whereas this is doing stuff with other people, you're achieving your goals, you have a team around you, which, yes, love that for you. It's a lot on your plate. I think some of you resonating with this bonus reading are in team leadership positions. Okay, you're in team leadership positions, and I got the feeling of the Ouroboros here. That's the serpent eating its own tail. Okay. I don't think that's it right now. I think this is speaking to your ability to stay balanced when things are becoming overwhelming. Okay, because you are looking at the sense of creativity. Okay, it's a grounded, practical approach. Okay, the other thing you need here is a sense of patience. Okay, you're almost to the finish line. You're almost there, babes. Hold on a little bit more. Your ship's coming in. You're being asked to prepare as you can. Okay, because what's coming over the horizon for you is a new opportunity to really to go with the flow, to learn how to be emotionally and spiritually present, especially where it concerns your sense of creativity. I think if you're resonating with this, I'm feeling a lot of certainly a lot of fire and air energy, but this is more just generally, taking both our main and our bonus reading together. Generally, this is about grounding and getting practical. We have a lot of wands, we have a lot of pentacles, there's some swords, and now we're seeing cups in here. So it's a good reading. I like where we ended up. Not quite done though. Let's see some hidden energy here. We have the moon. Okay, we have the moon. So, yeah, this is pursuing your dreams even at the expense of your fears. Your ego's talking a little bit. No, hush it. There is a way through. Okay, there is a way through, and you know what? Don't be afraid to explore it a little bit. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Normally, you will see a crustacean, like a lobster or crab or some such hard-shelled sea creature. I'm seeing the rocks here. Maybe that's just an aesthetic purpose, but I'm gonna read that as as the ego portion of this card. And like I said, it might be talking a little bit, but I think you're moving forward anyway. Hidden energy is the moon. We have the Knight of Wands. So you're taking action on it anyway. You're going for it anyway. Oh my god, that's an axolotl. And it's wearing knight armor. I love this deck. Look at that. It's got a little axolotl helmet on. Okay, I'm gonna put this card down and I'm gonna call it quits for this reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope the messages resonate. I love you guys so much, and thank you for your support. I will have a new video coming to you very soon. But until then, thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. Stay safe, everybody. Love you lots. Bye.